Hi, I'm Alyssa, your free range psychic. Happy May 1st, 2022. I am going to do a reading on Elon Musk, an update. And this reading actually came to me, not even the idea to do it publicly, but I had a question for my guides regarding Musk about a week ago or so, and I got these cards, and I thought, wait a minute. They were surprising to me. They were not what I expected, and then I decided finally that I would do this reading publicly. So take it with a grain of salt, as you should at all my readings, you know. But on the other hand, it was an interesting experience for me, because I got the cards having no references to why they would have appeared the way they did, because at that time Musk seemed to have successfully purchased Twitter and it was all a go, it was a done deal. But then when I got these cards, and then all of a sudden the next day information started coming out that might not be the case. So here we go. I'm using the Ciro Marchetti Guilded Tarot for the reading. I get these cards from my guides. They just show me them psychically, and then I ask them why they chose the cards. And then for our oracle reading, Diana Cooper's Angels of Light. Okay. And this card's coming up a lot for these people I'm reading for. But the Emperor, again, the Emperor reversed. So one of the insights my guides gave me this morning was that emperors in their rightful position are indicating somebody with great power, but who is ruling for all, not just for himself, but like, you know, in ancient times, a good emperor was considered somebody who looked out for the people, who thought ahead for the people, who used their resources, their wisdom, and the people around them to consult with for the safety and benefit of the whole territory or the whole country. But reversed, you have somebody with great power who is really self-profiting, who's only doing it for their benefit. Whereas in this position, with the same resources, they could greatly help a large amount of people, their subjects, so to speak, in this situation, or the people who have less than them. This is somebody with consolidated power. They're an emperor. But upside down, you have somebody who is using that acquired power, that given power, again, for, you know, selfish reasons, and enjoying the power of it. That's Elon Musk. So as according to my guides, as they want to represent him. So above you have King of Pentacles, also reversed. Yeah, this is Elon Musk as the billionaire, one of the wealthiest men in the world, and in an upright place. This king of prosperity, of affluence, of abundance, is going to share their gifts. But reversed, you have someone who is fulfilling their own needs and purposes. And there's another aspect to this regarding Musk, which is, it's kind of like Trump, you know, they appear really wealthy, perhaps behind the scenes it's not as clear cut as that. On the face of it, he's one of the wealthiest men in the world, but perhaps not. This might be wealth in cryptocurrency that's not readily available to him, or stocks, and the precarious nature of his investments, like in Tesla. It's not as it seems. In the recent past, this is the Six of Pentacles. This is the transaction between Elon Musk and Twitter. There was a lot going on during this purchase. It was highly resisted by the Twitter board. But apparently, let me know if I'm wrong, the Republicans in the House put a lot of pressure on Twitter, threatening them with legislation and investigations and things like that. I think it was led by Jim Jordan, to force their hand so that they would sell Twitter to Elon Musk, because initially they wanted to do the poison pill so that it would be not beneficial for him. There would be consequences if he attempted to do this takeover. But we heard that, they had agreed to eventually, or as recently as last week or whatever, agreed to this sale. By the way, this is not a done deal. This is going to take months. It's still subject to, I think, the shareholders' approval and other aspects of this deal that cannot be breached. Also with $1 billion penalty if he backs out. But it's starting. It's like it's an agreement to accept the bid to see if it will be successful. It's not successful yet, so I want everybody to know that. Underneath is the Seven of Swords, so my guides say this is nefarious activity. This is Musk behind the scenes. He's not on the up and up here. So what this might represent, or one aspect, is that he had to borrow something like $22 billion from the banks. He didn't have all this money. There was this thought initially, oh, he's got $44 billion, or whatever it was. Was it $40 or $44 billion to, buy Twitter? No problem. He just kind of takes it out of his back pocket. But he doesn't have that in liquid assets. He doesn't even have that money. That is debt that he would take on. And apparently, according to, I think, Forbes magazine and some other like Business Insider magazines and stuff like that, he's going to be the most indebted CEO to have ever made a purchase like this. This is also his interest in Tesla. So when that transaction was announced regarding his bid being accepted by Twitter, Tesla lost $126 million in stocks. Its value plunged. And what I've been hearing is that Tesla's not happy, and their shareholders are not happy regarding this purchase. This is not something that they want. They want Elon Musk to focus on Tesla, especially since he seems to have overextended himself regarding this purchase. But behind the scenes, what my guides tell me is Musk is a opportunistic capitalist. So he really doesn't care. He doesn't care whether he's damaged Twitter by doing what he's doing, whether he gets it, which might irrevocably change it to some people's displeasure, or whether it's going to lose, and it's already losing thousands of subscribers, or whether it's going to serve the function it has served. He doesn't care. He really wants to make his mark on it and control it. he talks about free speech and being politically neutral, but that's not really what he means. He's already used Twitter aggressively. And I want to bring up this card that came up also with Musk as a qualifier to the reading, as the Knight of Swords, aggressively attacking the Twitter board itself, which is already breaking one of the caveats of that agreement, was that he shouldn't or wouldn't attack Twitter, the Twitter board on Twitter, be aggressive towards them, yet he's already doing that. And he's, from the start, I guess here he is in his ego-ness, the supreme ego-ness of Musk. If ego-ness is a word, which I'm not sure if it is. He can't stay out of the fray. He is so egotistical. It blows your mind that somebody like that could have so much money and wield so much power. Because he's like a 12-year-old boy emotionally in some respects. He just can't help himself. He has no respect for authority or no respect for really anybody else but himself, except probably for people like him that have made money the way he's made money. So yeah, something's going on behind the scenes. He's trying to see, well, what's really going to work for me? How am I going to make a profit? Maybe how can I even get out of this deal and it benefit me somehow? How can I get out of paying the $1 billion fee? All this stuff is going on behind the scenes. He's not fully committed here. He wants Twitter, but at the same time, really, it's just it's like these things are toys, or they're challenges, and they really don't mean that much to him, except he would love to have something he could control the narrative and put his stamp on whatever it is, his brand, I should say. Like Trump, he's a brand person. So that's going on, according to my guides. In the near future, this is a card where that it stuck in my mind that I thought wow, I didn't expect this, because this was like the day of or after he made, or not he, but that it was announced that he had made and that bid, and it had been accepted. And Ten of Swords, how does that come into it? So I asked my guides about this card, and they said, this is it. This is coming up for him and Twitter. This is the deal, dead on arrival, not going through, because of all these things I had mentioned. Just and I am wondering too whether the banks will even secure those loans. There's a lot of ifs here, and it's too iffy. So this is what is in the future for him. Now I could be wrong, but that's just what my guides are showing me. The clarifying card, well, this is definitely one of them, which is the Knight of Swords. The tone of this whole thing, which is aggressive and arrogant, and Elon Musk really thinks he's capable and he's deserving of or entitled to controlling Twitter. But he's not the kind of guy who's going to sit back and just passively let Twitter be Twitter. He's going to use it. But the outcome card that my guides gave me is the Knight of Swords. So interestingly enough, if you look at the swords could definitely, and I think in this context, they are symbolizing, representing Twitter, because swords are about discourse, or about ideas, are about thought and communication, and the community. Think about how Twitter is, where people use Twitter as a forum or to strongly state their ideas or to skew, what's the word, to throw, yeah, sorry, to throw swords at others verbally regarding, whatever they're thinking. That's Twitter, right? Going on constantly. Somehow this is part of Musk's demise here, I must say. And then when you have the King of Swords reversed, I think this sword represents Twitter. And I think this is Elon Musk falling out of his throne and losing this deal to acquire Twitter. That is my reading on Elon Musk and Twitter. According to my guides, it may not go through. It's just, it's not on a good foundation. It's not set on a good foundation. And they are showing me that it very well may totally fall apart. So we'll see what happens in the future. But it was, the interesting thing was that after I saw these cards, I started seeing those articles about the shaky foundation, the fact that he has borrowed $22 billion from the banks, those kinds of things. And I began to realize that these cards may very well be accurate. But when they actually gave me them, I was kind of shocked because I thought, oh no, isn't it going to show me the Six of Wands, victory and whatever? But yeah, stay tuned. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is look at an oracle card for us that the angels chose for us. And again, I always show these cards, the back of these cards, because I just love them. It's beautiful. There's the angel here. The card that we got today is discernment. Discernment means sensing what feels right or wrong, trusting your judgment, and acting on it. Your angel guidance is to look at the people and situations in your life now and respond to your gut feeling. Learn to develop your intuition and ask the angels to help you to discern the good from the bad. They will prompt and guide you. You will feel safer, happier, stronger, and clearer. Angel wisdom reminds you that when you can be trusted to use discernment, you can serve the universe in a great way. The affirmation, I trust my intuition. Well, I hope everybody caught me on, or will catch me, because we just did it yesterday and I just posted it last night. Irish Granny's channel, she interviewed me and it was really interesting. We went down all kinds of roads. I will provide the link under this video and I'll put it on my playlist. I am available for personal readings. I read on anything in the present, including past and future. I am a medium. I will love to introduce you to your guardian angels, and I do past lives. My information is below in the description box, and if you watch the musical video or the musical interlude, which I hope you do, my information is at the very end of that. Please take care. I will be back next week. I love you all. Bye-bye, you guys.